All right, what's going on, people? This is a video I've been waiting for. I hope y'all been waiting for it because I finally got the information on Landstar versus Schneider. Now, I'm going to say this right here before people that don't know me. I do drive for Schneider. I'm an owner-operator with Schneider, a contract driver. So the guys that want to become a contract driver with Schneider, you want to ask some questions, whatever, hit me up on my email, towardspatrick at gmail.com. And leave your information, your contact information, first, last name, phone number, city and state, and I'll get back to you. Kind of let you know how the freight is in your area, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Schneider program. So all right, let's get to it. Oh yeah, I signed on like 12 people. Only 4 people had left. 3 of those was hooked with teams, so it was more of a team thing, more so than Schneider. It was more they couldn't get along. Only one guy has left that was just a solo guy, and he was one of those guys that knew everything. So that's why he ended up leaving, and he went to another company, and it didn't work out for his next company either. But all right, people, let's get to it. Schneider versus Landstar, and I've talked to a lot of Landstar drivers, so a lot of this information is fresh and up to date. But damn, that sun bright. Okay. All right. The first thing is what both of them have is you can pick your own freight. All right, Schneider has a choice board. Landstar, they have a board, a Landstar board where you look at your freight. The difference between the two boards is with Schneider, they already take the percentage out, so what you see is what you get. With Landstar, you have to take your percentage out because some people at Landstar have trailers. When they get a higher percentage, some people don't have trailers and they get the kind of same percentage as Schneider get. Schneider owner operators get. The major difference besides having to do the math on it is you have to call and talk to brokers. You can't just it's not you just click and go. With Landstar, you have to call, talk to the broker, and it's a little bit more work involved. Now, if you're a guy that wants to have your own company, that's your goal to have your own company, I would say Landstar is the last stop before you completely on your own. I would actually advise a person if you want to eventually have your own truck and company and everything, and if you don't have the money, the finances, to start with Schneider, do your 4 years at Schneider, pay your truck off. Once you get your truck paid off, go to Landstar, learn how to, well, you should already know the lanes, you should kind of already know the rates, so you should know if you're getting gypped or whatever by a broker. And now you can get your own authority and go from there. Because Landstar is a little tougher than Schneider. Schneider kind of takes care of a lot of stuff for you, and that's why I came to Schneider, because they take care of a lot of things when it comes to being an owner operator. They take a lot of stress off you. All right, and let's break that down. The reason why I came to Schneider is because the OCs, they have a lot of OCs, and if you're in major cities, Houston, Atlanta, Tennessee, we got like one in Knoxville, one in West Memphis, a lot of places, man, a lot of places. So Savannah. So you got a lot of OCs where you can stop, rest. If you stay in these cities, you can leave your personal car there. So you don't have to worry about when you come back, your car done got broken into, because most of the time they're inside a gated facility. So you got to have a pin or code or something to get in. And vice versa, when you leave your truck there, you don't have to worry about nobody breaking in your truck, nobody breaking in your trailer, because it's in a secure lot. So that's a plus about Schneider's, the OCs. And you can, in some OCs, the major OCs, you can get some work done, just minor work, no major work, but that helps out. Like if you not passing your DOT inspection, they'll fix everything on the spot. So that's a good thing. And it's not that expensive compared to other shops. So with Landstar, you don't get that. I think I've seen one Landstar OC, and I only see maybe like one truck there every time I pass by. So I can tell it's not that active. I heard they got one in Jacksonville, but I never saw it. Other things at the OC, they have food. You can take showers at the OC, and even some OCs have workout facilities. So that's a big plus for Schneider. And they got people that can help you out. You can get paperwork from there. So OCs are big, man. Like they really help you out. It's like a safe zone when you get close to OC. Uh, Let me see. All right, the difference with Schneider's real strict. Like they do everything by the book. They want you to. They don't want you to talk on the phone. They don't want you to drive with your off-duty driving. If you got a trailer hooked to you, even though you empty, they don't want you to drive. See, with Landstar, they give you a little leeway. Like if you want to go get something to eat at night, you can drive. I think you get up to like 2 hours. You can drive. And with Schneider, you ain't getting none of that, bro. You got to be bob. You got to bobtail to use your off-duty driving. So Schneider real strict. But the thing about being strict, sometimes it cut down on the accidents and just little mishaps that happen to you. So sometimes you'd rather be safe than sorry. Both of them are on E-log now, so either way you go, you got to deal with that. Schneider really runs 48 states. You can really run all 48. Landstar runs all 48, but to me, honestly, I see most of the Landstar drivers 40, from Highway 40 down. Like when I get on 20 and 10, that's when I see most of my Landstar drivers. When I'm up north, every blue moon, like once a month, I might see a Landstar driver. When I come down to 10 and 20, I see Landstar drivers every day. So if you want to stay in the South, I think Landstar is the best. If you stay up north, I think Schneider's the best. But I mean, both of them have freight going everywhere. Let me see the trailer situation. Right now, last year's Schneider trailer situation was a little frustrating, like 2 years ago. But then they got a bunch of new trailers in, and we was good. But as of right now, it's hard getting trailers. Like last month, ever since that hurricane happened in Houston, it's been hard to get trailers. So I don't know if a bunch of trailers got messed up or we got a bunch of new accounts or what, but it's been hard to get trailers here lately. Sometimes you have to deadhead like 50 miles, 100 miles sometimes to get a trailer here lately. Most time it's around like 30, 50 miles. But with Landstar, I hear, man, you got to deadhead. It's almost 100 miles minimal. Like one dude told me he had to deadhead 300 miles to get a trailer one time with Landstar. So Landstar has less trailers than Schneider. I have noticed they have a bunch of new trailers that have came in with Landstar, but I'm not over there at Landstar, so I don't really know how. But I know they dropping hookers picking up at Landstar. It used to be a lot of live unload. Like it used to be like Schneider, live unload is like 20%. Landstar used to be like 65%. So I think Landstar is starting to even that out. Fees. To me, the fees at Schneider are justified. Schneider does a lot for us. The OCs and the paperwork and the tag, they do it. I mean, really don't have to do too much of nothing. Just drive your truck and do your inspections and stuff on time. That's pretty much all you have to do at Schneider. Landstar is a little bit more fees, and I think you got to do a little bit more work. I think you got to keep up with your miles and your taxes and stuff, like for your state tax for your miles or whatever, with your IFTA. So I'm not for sure, but that's what I heard. With Schneider, they take care of all that stuff for us. But it's more fees with Landstar. It's like almost $80 more a week at Landstar. So if you look at that, a month you're paying like another $320. The thing about Schneider is the one kind of negative for us. It's a positive, but it's a negative. The company drivers. The company drivers have the gravy loads, the what kind of loads they have, the dedicated accounts, and sometimes the big paying loads like the Amazons and all that. And I can kind of understand why Schneider would do that, because they can control their company drivers, like their on time percentage, a lot better than the owner operator. Because the owner operator, you're booking all your own loads and all that kind of stuff. They gotta kind of trust you're gonna be on time. With a company driver, they booking these guys so they can see how many drive hours they have left and all that kind of stuff, so they know if they can make it or not. But with the owner operator, just trusting you and they hoping you doing the right thing. So with Landstar, you don't have any company drivers. So when a load gets canceled or whatever, like a lot a lot of owner operators at Schneider, when the load is canceled, they feel like a company driver got their load. But at Landstar, if a load is canceled, you know it pretty much just got canceled. But sometimes they'll undercut you for a guy that'll run the load for cheaper. So that's that with brokers at Landstar, you got to worry about that too. So on both sides, you still got some fuckery here and there that can happen. But the company drivers help us get more accounts because we got more drivers, so we can get more accounts. So that gets us more freight. So you can't really be mad with company drivers. You want a good freight, but it's, you know what I'm saying, you win some, you lose some with that. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Oh, the lease purchase program. Over here, you get a lease purchase program. To me, it's a good program. And the reason why, I know a lot of people get tangled up with lease purchase programs and they say they set you up to fail or whatever. But at Schneider, you're picking your own freight. So nobody can't turn you down. Nobody can't like deny you freight or whatever. You're picking your own freight. So you can make your money. Like you can make your money. If I see some guys that's out here for 2 months at a time and stuff like that. I never stay out that long. I can do $2,000 easy if I just stay out for 1 week, like 6 days. I can do my 6 days and come home for a day, and I can make 2,000. So, and that's after my truck note. So, me paying the $700 a week, $800 a week, it depends on what kind of money you put down. You can make that. At Landstar, I see a lot of guys with older trucks. To me, older trucks, you don't have the same kind of high truck note. So sometimes if you don't have a high truck note, you can kind of feel like you're making more money than a guy with a high truck note, but really y'all making about the same amount of money. But once the guy with the truck note is paid off, because I'm paying my truck aggressively, so once it's paid off, now I see all my money. On the operators with Landstar, when I just look around, I see a lot of old trucks. So if you're making the money you saying you're making, why y'all won't upgrade? Some dudes just say, fuck it, they gonna drive their truck into it. The wheels fall off. But I like driving nice. I want to have something nice. I don't want to have no old truck. But that's me though. Now the positive with Landstar is like with hurricanes and all this kind of stuff, when natural disasters happen, like they have FEMA loads. FEMA loads pay a lot. Sometimes you get paid $800 a day just to sit waiting for somebody to come unload your truck. You might sit for 4 or 5 days just sitting there waiting. They pay for your fuel. They give you food, everything while you just sitting there waiting, because they use you like a warehouse or whatever. So FEMA loads, you can make a lot of money, and they have government loads. You can make a lot of money with government loads. And the other good thing about Landstar, like I said, if you plan on having your own business one day, or even if you just want to stay at Landstar, you can run with brokers. And once the brokers get to know you, now they don't even put the load on the board. They call you up and say, hey, you gonna run the load again this week? And you say, yeah, boom, boom, boom. The load never even touches the board. So now you don't have to search for loads every week once you get a routine, a working relationship with a broker. So that's good too. It just depends on what you like. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I left off on this list. One step away. I mean, I pretty much got everything, man. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. If y'all got any questions, man, leave the comments down low. And then, if it's another company that y'all feel like is better or in the same range with Landstar, I hear a lot of people talk about Mercer. I don't know too much about Mercer. If y'all know, I hear some people talk about Great Wide. I got up and down with Great Wide. It's like 50-50. It ain't more positive. Like, I hear Schneider is more positive than negative. Landstar more positive than negative. So that's why I said these are the two top companies. If y'all want to get on with Schneider, let me know. I got one guy, he's been out here two months now. I got another guy that just started. So I can only do 3 guys at one time, and when they start, like in the first 2-3 months, because sometimes it get overwhelming talking to so many guys. But if you want to get on with Schneider, hit me up, towardspatrick@gmail.com. leave your name and number and your location, like city and state, and I'll get back to you. All right, people.